You know, we have a lot of people in this world, and not everybody is smart. A lot of people in the world are actually pretty dumb, as we saw in the first video before this last time I posted. And today we got a lot more people that are just as dumb, asking just as stupid questions. So let's start out with our first one. Is there a spell to become a mermaid that actually works? No. Because mermaids don't exist. Well, I actually shouldn't say that. I mean, they could. I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, but I don't think they exist. I don't know. I've never seen one. Nobody's ever caught proof. So, I mean, I don't think I don't want to get into this. I would like to know if there is a spell available to become a mermaid. One that works. I'm asking people that believe in mermaids. Don't say things like mermaids don't exist, because I take it very seriously and I find it offensive. Please help me find a spell. By the way, I am also a witch. Oh, that fucking explains it. Only a witch would think of something like this to say. And I guarantee this witch's name is Karen by the sounds of it. Because based off of what was commented down below after the whole thing, like, originally I was just gonna say, no, there isn't a spell and mermaids don't exist, but initially I backpedaled and I was like, you know what, maybe they do exist. And I'm just very ignorant and naive and I just don't know any better and don't know that much about mermaids. You can believe in mermaids all you want to. I don't know. There very well could be something down below in the ocean, considering that we've only discovered like, what, 10% of our ocean. Considering that this person said that she's a witch and she takes offense to people saying that mermaids don't exist, I would like to meet this person. I'll tell them straight to their face, witches don't exist, Harry Potter was a myth, and The Little Mermaid was based off of a lie, just to piss her off and see her reaction. Can I safely look at a picture of the sun? Is this a serious question? I know it's bad to look at the sun, but what if I took a picture of it with my phone? Would it still ruin my eyes? It's a picture. It's a picture of the sun, so no, it's not going to kill you. If you saw a picture of a man with a gun, are you suddenly in danger? You think he's gonna shoot you and come out just like he's reaching out of the picture and actually pointing the gun to your head? I want to know what this person thinks is like, how powerful is the sun where even you can't even take a picture of it? Kids draw the sun on a piece of paper every day. You think that's gonna hurt you? Is the Hunger Games based on a true story? Absolutely. I was watching the Hunger Games. Is it true? Like, did it happen to Nazis after World War II? I feel like I missed that. I feel like I missed that scene in the Hunger Games. Where was there Nazis? No, there weren't Nazis in the Hunger Games. Okay, well, first of all, one, no, it's not based off a true story. Two, there were no Nazis in the Hunger Games whatsoever, in any way, shape, or form, actually. Did you just think that all the security guards were Nazis? Because that's not the case. I don't know, maybe it was, you know, inspired a little bit by World War II, who knows? I don't know. Like, that's the only thing that I can think of to kind of like help you out a little bit, but other than that, fucking no. Are there birds in Canada? What? I'm thinking of visiting and might bring my camera, so I'm curious to know if the have, not they, if the have any birds. I know they have moose. Well, we do have moose. We do, you know, it's very, I would say, depending on where you live, it's very rare you see a moose. Actually, anywhere, it's very rare to see a moose. But I'd say it's mostly on the West Coast you'll see moose, because you're not gonna see it in like Ontario. You're not gonna see a moose in Ontario. I mean, I'm originally from Ontario, and I don't think I've ever seen a moose. On the West Coast, more like BC, Alberta, you're more likely to see moose there. But in regards to birds, we have the same amount of birds as Americans, sweetheart. I don't know what to tell you. There are some birds that are probably in Canada and not in America, but considering the fact that we're all in the continent of North America, oh god, people in geography, man, it really just boggles my mind. Are there any autographs of Jesus Christ? God damn it. Oh, jeez. I know there are autographs of Babe Ruth, of John Lennon, and George Washington. Are there any autographs of Jesus Christ that are either on eBay or in people's houses? Here's the thing. Autographs were not a thing when Jesus Christ was alive. They were, no, that was just called your name. Autographs were not a thing, okay? And I guarantee I'm like 99% sure, actually 98, because there's probably one somewhere, but I'm 98% sure you will never find an autograph of Jesus Christ anywhere. The only place you will maybe see it is a museum, locked up away with lock and key, with security guards, with cameras, with lasers, with guns, with turrets. That shit's gonna be locked up tighter than a 13-year-old's cooch, okay? So no. Hope that answers the question. Why does my cat vibrate? Vibrate? Your cat is vibrating now? Maybe you just swallowed your vibrator. Her chest always vibrates like she has worms or something in her. Is it normal? When she vibrates, she makes a tiny vibrate noise, and it's scaring me because it doesn't seem normal. That's called purring. Cats purr. I feel like a lot of this is just basic shit. Like, people should know a lot of this stuff in these videos. Like, if you don't know that cats purr, you shouldn't have a cat. If you don't know geography, you shouldn't be traveling. You know what I mean? Before you ask questions and before you are dumb, I feel like you need to do some research. I feel like you need to at least look up a little bit. You know, don't go on Reddit. Don't do any of this. Just don't go on Facebook. Just do some research. Take time out of your day and take, 20 minutes on Google, and then you'll figure it out, I'm sure. It's not that hard. Because as soon as you start bringing dumb questions to the public, to your friends and family, they are going to look at you like they shouldn't have given birth to you. Because they probably shouldn't. Can you actually lose weight by rubbing your stomach? I'm 5'5". Sure. And I weigh 220 pounds. That's like me. And I'm 26 years old. My 14-year-old daughter is embarrassed to be around me, and it's gonna take a long time to lose all of this weight. Really? So I heard that if I rub my hands together, this person never graduated, for really quickly, okay, for around 15 seconds, and then rubbing around your belly button makes you lose weight. Is this true? Has anyone tried this and did it work for you? If you have to ask this question, I mean, it's one thing to ask the question and make yourself look dumb, but it makes it a lot worse when there's just grammar and misspellings and all this shit. I feel like this person lives in a trailer park. That's how I feel. Because there's no way that this person is successful. You know what I mean? Like, this person, based on the spelling, the misspellings, and this question, I feel like this person lives in a trailer park. Time out. Pause. I'm 26. My 14-year-old daughter, 26 minus 14, 12. You had a baby at 12 years old? What? Okay, you definitely live in a trailer park. I am so sorry. I was just making a joke and making a hee-hee-ha. You definitely live in a trailer park. You had a kid at 12 years old. Your name is Miss Mitchell. You were 26. You had a kid at 12 years old. You have a 14-year-old daughter that is embarrassed to be around your 26-year-old ass. I'm done with this person. This person needs to be reported. They need to be locked up and never seen the light of day. Take care. Bye-bye then. What happens if you paint your teeth white with nail polish? My cousin always does this, and her teeth are really white. Is this bad for you? Does your cousin actually cover it with nail polish? Or is she just brushing her teeth? Are you sure it's not just toothpaste? Just white toothpaste? Because if that's the case, if you're just seeing her put like white stuff on a brush and brushing her teeth, that's toothpaste. That's toothpaste. Third time. That's toothpaste. Okay? I don't know if my daughter's mine. I gave birth to her, but I'm not sure if it's my boyfriend cheating on me. And I had his other girlfriend's baby. Can someone help? Okay. Holly. Luckily, you're not the only dumb bitch in the world that has asked this question. But if you need to ask this question, you should not have a kid. I feel like there should be a level of intelligence for certain things. And one of them is having a child. Because there are children that are going to grow up with extremely uneducated parents, just like all of these people. And if you can't pass a certain test, I feel like there should be a test before you should start having kids at this point. Because it's just hey, me and my partner were thinking about having kids. Okay, here's just a test of basic stuff. We just need you to just get a 70. just get a B, and we can let you guys to start trying. I feel like that should be a thing. For anybody who didn't pass high school, for anybody who didn't go to college, I feel like they should just take a test. People just, want to have sex, not think of the consequences, and then they're like, is this baby mine? You're giving birth to it. Of course it's yours. If you need to ask that question and need to figure out if it's yours or not, you shouldn't have a kid. Just grab the coat hanger. Okay, that one might be a little rough. Do midgets have night vision? One of my friends told me that short people have night vision, but I wasn't sure if it was true. I know a little person from school, so I called him up and asked him. He didn't say anything and just hung up, so I'm pretty confused. Can anyone help me? I think to answer this question, I'm gonna ask a question. Stubbers? What a stupid username. I'm assuming that this is a guy, so Mr., Mrs. Stubbers, they, them, Stubbers, however you want to be called. I don't give a shit. Do you have night vision? No? Then neither do they. There's your answer. If you don't have night vision, neither do they. Because I guarantee if they did have night vision, then they would probably tell you. Or maybe they do have night vision and you just outed them and now they're freaking out because they think that you know their secret. Maybe that's it. Maybe all this is just a ploy and they are now panicking because you found out the secret of little people. They have night vision and us regular people don't. Maybe that's it. Genius! How turn computer monitor into mirror? What? Hi, does anyone know if it's possible to use a background that would essentially turn my computer monitor into a mirror? Scanning a mirror doesn't work. I don't know what to say. This person needs to go. I would say the punishment for this is that this person needs to go and watch a whole season of Black Mirror and then write an essay on Black Mirror and think about why it's called Black Mirror. And then I want them to go to the computer, shut it down, and look at their computer. I can make so many jokes off this, but I just can't handle the stupidity, so I'm just gonna move on. It blows my mind when I see dumb, big dumb, fat dumb questions, because this is one of the dumbest that I've seen. Do you think humans will ever walk on the sun? I take it back. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. I was just thinking and thought how crazy it was that a person walked on the moon and Mars. If you think a person will ever be able to walk on the sun too. I know it's really hot, but I'm thinking if you go in the winter, then the sun is like 30 degrees. I bet they could do it. Okay, Mandapan. Well, I'm just gonna call you Amanda because I assume Amanda is short for Amanda. Amanda Pam, you look like in this picture you were probably in your late teens or 20s. And because of this question, we as a society need you to go back to grade 2. And you're gonna go through the whole Billy Madison situation where even though you might be in your late teens, early 20s, hell, you might be in your 30s and be this dumb. You might be extremely low educated and very stupid. And what we're going to do is we're going to send you back to school until you get your shit straight. And until you get it figured out, you will never be able to get a job in society because people don't want to be around people this stupid. Have a good day. I wish you the best. How do I test to see if my turtle is gay? Why would you want to test to see if your turtle is gay? I just want to see if there are any methods to see if my turtle is gay. Why do you want to see if your turtle is gay? What if it is? What's it to you? What are you gonna do to the turtle if it's gay? Why do crocodiles walk so gaily? They walk like they got their nails done or something. You know what? I don't know why crocodiles walk so gaily, as you put it. But you know what? That's up for interpretation. If you think they walk gay, then you think they walk gay. I think they walk like a crocodile. I wonder if this guy looks at the gay community and just thinks they all walk like crocodiles. Jeffrey back at the office, he really reminds me of that crocodile back in Miami. Are skeletons real or made up? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Maeve, come on! My friend's mom says she was once chased by a skeleton, but I don't think skeletons are real. Please help me. You don't think skeletons are real. Have you ever gotten an x-ray? I need to understand what this person has done in their life and how old they are. I need to know how old these people are. I really do. Because There's a certain age where you should just know basic shit, you know? Like if this was like ghosts or ghouls or spirits, I can understand the hesitation because there's a lot of people out there that just don't agree and don't believe in ghosts or like spirits or paranormal or whatever. And I too am like sometimes on the fence. But skeletons, the thing that is in your body that holds all of us up, that makes you move. You should have learned about skeletons in like grade 5. I don't know the specific age or the specific grade, but in like grade school, elementary school, middle school, whatever school you call it where you are, you should have known this. If you're above the age of 10 and you're like, I think skeletons are made up, I don't believe that they exist, you need to repeat. You need to go back. You need to not be where you are in life. Okay? I have the perfect punishment for this person. This person needs to be beaten up by a skeleton. And what I mean by that is I need them to, we'll do a whole like haunted mansion type scenario. They will go to a museum, see a bunch of skeletons, and then we will lock them in the museum, in the skeleton room, and we'll have a bunch of people dress up as skeletons, scare the shit out of them, have them get chased by a skeleton, just like apparently their friend's mom or whatever. Then we will use an actual like skeleton's hand or foot and beat them over the head. How can I prevent my boyfriend from finding out I poop? I'm pretty sure that's impossible. He's gonna find out eventually because you're kind of in a shitty situation. Alright, let's read. So my boyfriend and I have been going out for 2 months now, and he asked me to come spend a week with him at his cottage. Whenever I stay at his place, I always just hold it in. But there's no way I'd be able to last a week without pooping. He's a little immature and still thinks that girls don't poop. What? And I'm afraid that if he finds out I do, he might break up with me. How can I avoid that whole situation? I think the biggest question is, why are you dating somebody who thinks that girls don't poop? Bring him into the washroom, poop in front of him. Show him that females poop. If by some dumb miracle he sees you poop and thinks that you're a guy, then he needs to be beheaded. But to answer your question, you can't prevent pooping. Okay, I think the longest anybody has gone is like a few days without pooping. Oh, somebody answered this question. If he seriously thinks girls don't poop, there is probably no hope. Just say you're going into the bathroom to shower, then poop with the shower. Okay, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't know. Don't just start making brown waffles, poop in the shower, and crush it down the drain with your foot. Don't fucking do that. Say you just take long showers, but seriously, don't worry about it. Everybody poops, and he's weird if he thinks otherwise. And then the person asking the question said, thanks, from now on I'll poop in the shower. God damn it, okay, well now you're a shower pooper. I want you to just break up with your boyfriend, because I don't want you to be a shower pooper for the rest of your life. That's really weird and gross. Just poop like a normal person, like you were doing before you got into the relationship, and just find a guy that knows that you poop. Why do black people call each other Monica? This gives me no hope. With questions like this, it gives me no hope. It really does. Is it a cultural thing? What's good, Monica? Monica, let's run some ball. This has to be just like a thing in her neighborhood. I'm not gonna pay attention to this. I'm just gonna move on because this is just, this person needs to be beaten. Get every Monica in her city and just jump her. That's gonna be her punishment. Just jump her. If I eat myself, would I become twice as big or disappear completely? Oh, God damn it. There's an answer to this, and the answer was, that just blew my mind. This has to be on Mount Rushmore stupidity. Why are Americans so loud? Seriously, I can hear their meowing across the entire house. Also, they always attack strings and other stuff. Why can't Americans be normal and not meow as loud as they can? And the answer was, you mean cats? I like how this person just thinks Americans are cats. Unless like there's a specific breed called an American cat. Is there a specific breed? Is that what they meant? Let me just search this up really quick. Okay, so there's American short hair, there are American curl. So maybe that's what they were talking about. I will give the benefit of the doubt to this question and say that they were probably talking about the breed of the cat, but if they are just referring to Americans, I mean, to be fair, they should have just specified, like an American cat, American short hair, whatever the fuck they were talking about. However, yeah, no, that sounds like cats. What is the phobia of chainsaws called? Common sense. That's good. That's good. Does it rain in Australia? Well, I would assume so, but I'd be surprised if it didn't. Me and my friend are having an argument and she says it rains in Australia, but it can't, can it? Because obviously the rain falls to the top of the world, but at the bottom of the world, it wouldn't fall to Earth, it would fall into space. What? See, I was on your side for a second there. I don't know how to put this nicely, but you seem like a flat earther or a flat earther type of person, and to that I say, I'm sorry, you were wrong, you were dumb, have a nice day. Every time I masturbate, I end up getting angry and throw my turtle against the wall. He's okay for now, but I don't think he can take much more. Update, he's not in the room when I do it. I go and find him. So when you masturbate, the turtle's not in your room. He's not even beside you. He's not in the same room as you. He's in a separate room. So you go out of your way when you masturbate to get up after you finish, or mid-jerk, you get angry, you grab your pet turtle, and you throw him across the room. Why? What is the reason for any of this to be done? I don't reach for my pets. I want to make sure that shit is as locked up and as private as possible. But not only are you grabbing your pet, you are getting up out of where you are and going to a separate room where they are, intentionally grabbing the turtle and throwing it across the room. It's not like you have to do it. You're saying, this is the question. Every time I masturbate, you end up getting angry. One, why are you getting angry? Are you mad at your penis? Are you mad that your turtle has a bigger penis than you? Why are you getting angry? And throw my turtle against the wall. So you're questioning why you're throwing your turtle against the wall? Like we have the answer? We don't have the answer. We're questioning you. Why are you throwing the turtle against the wall, sir? Why are you even getting up out of your bed after you jerk off to reach for the turtle? Are you aroused by the turtle? Are you angry that the turtle can't jerk you off? What's happening here? Do gay people have feelings? Just curious, that's all. And the best answer came back, yes, they hate you. How can I get back at my mom without shoving pizza crust up my butthole? What? I shove pizza crust up my butt every time me and my mom fight, so that she gets pissed because she has to take me to the emergency room. Are there any other ways to get back at her? Yeah, like a million other ways besides that. This wouldn't even cross my mind to get back at my mom. Why is that your first option? I mean, this wouldn't even be in my first 1,000 ideas. I don't know how you came across this as your first idea. This is not the first option. It should be the last option, okay? Or close to last. Did you just disagree and not want to do what your mom told you when you were like 7 or 8 years old, and then you were eating pizza one day at dinner and started to shove it up your ass? Because that's the only way I can think of where like this just became a regular routine for you. You just tried to do this rebellious thing when you were a kid, and then apparently you decided to keep on doing this all the way until you could go on the internet and post it to the world. Is there other ways? Yeah, there's like a million other ways that you can piss off your mom. Putting a pizza crust in your ass and forcing your mom to send you to the emergency room is not even in my top 1,000 ideas. It's not even my 100,000th idea of what I could have done. How did you come up to that? Why was that your first instinct? What percentage of water is celery? I think you have that mixed up, sport. I believe the question you mean to ask is what percentage of celery is water, not water is celery, because that's a big fat zero, okay? Yeah, celery has virtually no nutrition in it. It's basically all water. So what percentage of water is it? And the answer to this, as agreed, water is exactly 0% celery, because there is no celery in water. Okay? These are very dumb and stupid people, and I can't deal with this shit anymore. Well, luckily that's our last one for today, anyway, until we end up with more stupidity. But comment down below which one you found the most interesting and which one was the most stupid to you. Because, you know, people blow my mind of how ridiculously dumb they are. But yeah. If you want to see more, comment down below, like, subscribe, share this all around, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace. God help this world. God help us all.